Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Kamara. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. So there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Second and 6. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
4 makes it 3rd and...
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. That catch good for only a couple.
The Bears' 49-yard line.
Second and 8. They'll drop the throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is caught at the end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football. But on 3rd down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the
I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Target there, but now it'll be 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw right sideline is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Taken in by his tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 26. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st down, Bears.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up second down. Try the right side here. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
He'll drop to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That's good.
Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now back to throw. Flush to his right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. But it's going to be second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Saints on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
And 7.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. They'll run forward to Cohen. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Saints' 4-yard line.
They run. This is Cohen. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Touchdown.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Cairo Santos.
Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On play action, they'll throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
First and 10.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Second and 9 now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And now it's third down.
It's third down. And 9 yards to go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. gun now on third down. And it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
On fourth down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Right, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. The line prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, 75 yards as the Bears push further out in front. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you're called before and realize it hasn't worked for someone else. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Back to throw now on first down. And he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A nice gain of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bears' 43-yard line.
2nd and 11. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Thomas. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A big sack. Khalil Mack, his 2nd sack of the night. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure. And brought in by the tight end. Down the number before getting this inside the 30. Not often the 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That'll be caught by Cup. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Intended for
and this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Kamara. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They're going to look to throw. And for the 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
We've heard it once, we've heard it 1,000 times. Don't throw late down the middle.
And he did. We see the end result.
Yeah, what you have to do is you got to make sure you manipulate those defenders with your eyes and your head, maybe even some body movement to move them a little if you're going to come back late down the middle.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
And 9 at the 19-yard line. That's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert On 3rd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here now, Johnny Townsend. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Harris now return. Blocking on the return, it springs him for 25. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Their own 48-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a toss, Kamara left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he's got this down to the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Bears.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route.
He's going to make everything happen.
Touchdown, Chicago. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did.
Cairo Santos.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. That catch good for only a couple. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
2 more yards.
A good pickup there at 22.
First down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. He'll fire this, and this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the night. And the Saints are back within a score. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
And at the 27-yard line.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pick 6 yards.
2-yard line.
Fullback try and take him home. Now he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And no sweat. He puts it through. And we are tied here in the fourth.
24-24.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
This is Kiln. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Right at the
no gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Get off the field.
And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up near the 34. And is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Tonight's final score, Bears 30.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.